Starts here. Teams making their debut with a new ball club. Sonny Gray, that's a big one for the Cardinals. He's their big investment. 2 shutout innings. Eduardo Rodriguez got roughed up a little bit, gave up 4 runs. Michael Wacha had the 1 inning. Jordan Hicks, Frankie Montas also had 2 shutout innings for the Cincinnati Reds. And Chris Sale, 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. Do we like that trade? Are we big on that trade?
I'm all in on that trade.
For sure. Who?
For the Braves.
Really?
Yeah, for the Braves.
See, I like getting Vaughn Grissom. I like it for the Red Sox.
Vaughn Grissom's a good young player. The Red Sox will probably do well on that as well. You know, cost-controllable player.
You believe in Sale.
But for the Braves and a win now, wanting to solidify that rotation, I mean, I believe in Chris Sale 100%.
I think it's win-win, precisely because I think the Red Sox are still a couple more years before they are where they want to be. But as for the Braves, they need this man to go out there. And guess what? He doesn't have to be their star, right? Because they have plenty of star power. I'll tell you personally, you look at this board right here. Of course, you see the almost no games, no innings thrown in 2022. Now in 2023, you see 4.30 ERA. That's not where we want him to be. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you this: I faced him twice. Alex has a better, a little more experience.
I appreciate it.
But as you can see,
I think it was a base hit before the shift.
This is the point. This is what I'm saying. I love this. For the Atlanta Braves, Sale is one of the most uncomfortable at-bats I've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like...
Yeah, that's like based on your muscle memory when you were playing. Like over the last few years, it hasn't been as uncomfortable, right?
You're right, but if he goes out there, he doesn't have to be a star. He doesn't. He has already. They have already all the arsenals they need to succeed and to compete and to get back to what they need to get back to. Yep. If he comes up and he's just average Sale, that's all they need from him. But I'll tell you what. This is what I was trying to tell you. As a left-handed hitter, it looks like he's throwing the ball from the second baseman, behind you.
Sale was
not
once
a big deal, but
no, I know. I'll get back here. Yeah. Sale was once a top 3 pitcher in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know his credentials.
Just to jump on what Carlos is saying, because I caught him in Chicago as well. I don't put it past this guy that this year, as long as he's able to stay healthy, if he rounds back to form of the Chris Sale of old, because his stuff's still there, his mentality, the toughness, the gamer that he is on the mound. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Pico, were you with me over there with the Red Sox camp last year?
I
don't know if we did that together. But the point is this.
Last week.
He came over and he was like, you can't remember last week?
Yeah.
He said to me, he's like, man, I'm ready. I feel good. If he's healthy, it's not past him. He goes and gives you a sub 4 ERA, maybe in the mid 3s.
Braves believe in him. They even extended. They have a 2-year deal.
I thought it was a great deal. It's extending him too.
Yeah, I'm down on both of them. Alex Anthopoulos has a great track record. I'm down on both. I'm more of a Vaughn Grissom guy. I thought the Red Sox killed that.
We'll see in a couple of years.
We will see on that. Last week. Hey, were you arguing this? I can't remember last week. I'll pull that.
You're frugality.
Chris, don't let me down, Sale.
So Jordan Hicks, what did you see with him, and what do you think of that?
Well, Jordan Hicks, I'm curious about this addition for the Giants, because obviously we've seen what he can do in the bullpen for the Cardinals. He tried starting a little bit of a mixed bag, had some injuries there, found success in the bullpen. Tremendous stuff, obviously, 100-mile-an-hour sinkers. They're just bowling balls going up there. Trying to make him into a starter, I'm curious to see how this works out, because the Giants have had some success over the last few years, with some starters coming in that have struggled a bit. But how does his stuff translate as a starter if the Giants can make this work, make this happen? At 4 years and $44 million, if you're able to, make Jordan Hicks a starter with the kind of stuff that he features, and you're somewhere in that, kind of top of the rotation type guy with the kind of stuff, that's a bargain. And so, when I look at this, it's super interesting to me that, how this is going to unfold throughout spring and throughout the season, and see if it works out. And if it doesn't, you have someone in the back end of the bullpen that can shut down games for you.
Explosive.
Yeah, the Giants were once state of the art in identifying pitchers that were about to make that turn, and then they helped them make that turn. Meantime, Diamondbacks, we saw Eduardo Rodriguez. Take a look, if we can, of the notable Diamondbacks that they signed. This is a club, again, they only won 84 games last year, but they made it all the way to the World Series. They were reasonably aggressive here on the margins, right? They're not a big spender. But Eduardo Rodriguez, that's a big contract for them. 4 years, $80 million. They brought back their own player, but that's still a free agent signing, Lourdes Gurriel. Eugenio Suarez has been a very good hitter the last couple of years with Seattle. They traded for him, got 1 year of Jock Peterson, who still can hit. Randall Grichuk as well. What do we make of the Diamondbacks additions?
Yeah, see, this is wheeling and dealing. This is the kind of stuff you like, right?
Yeah.
The frugality, understanding
Pick
where
and
to
move
spend.
here and there. Yeah.
I get it. I understand that this is the type of game that the Arizona Diamondbacks have to play. I think these acquisitions are really, really solid. Signing back Gurriel, I thought was a great move for them because I think he is such a force in that clubhouse. But fine, let's put that aside. He comes to play, man. That guy is an absolute gamer. Jock Peterson, I expect him to have a big year for them as well. And Rodriguez, that combination, Strom, Rodriguez.
Figuring things out. Yes, state of the art, the master.
I'm telling you,
there.
because Rodriguez got the tools to be absolutely lights out. Maybe that combination of having that type of pitching coach could really
One thing they were lacking a little bit, too, last year, obviously, they needed that extra starting pitcher. They were able to get that in Rodriguez this offseason. A little more thumb from the right side. Obviously, bringing back Gurriel's big. But Eugenio over there at third base, 30 to 35 home runs, that's some big power there.
They're getting the very good player, the above league average-ish guy. But when you add 4 guys like that, you get a lot better.
But with track records, too.
So no, absolutely. Yeah. Also, it's 4 of their top highest 7 players played on their contract right now. Like 4 of their top 7 were guys that they just added. So they have, like Corbin Carroll, his big money doesn't kick in until years later. So they've made additions saying this is a year to push.
For sure.
And that's a good time to do that.
It's a credit to their development staff. For when those young guys have come up, they've produced to give them the chance and the opportunity. Hey, our guys are producing. We're hitting on these guys. So let's supplement it with some quality veteran players.
And intelligently, not recklessly, like Bika accuses me of being.
No, you think I'm just cheap, but